Police running all in and out the building. What the hell is going on?
Raiders versus Colts. And this is the game plan.
What up, Lo?
What's good? What's good? What's good? YouTube, what's good? Raider Nation. Shout out to everybody. And you guys know I got to give a shout out to the best chat. And I mean the best chat that YouTube has to offer. And that is the congregation. Shout out to the congregation. And y'all know I got to give the Raider Twuan Brown Cracker salute. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Look, I'm so excited. Man, the Raiders have been playing real good football as of late. They've been on this good old uptick, and we've been playing some really good football. Some things, definitely need to be improved. Definitely some things we need to clean up. But hey, what do we say all the time? Just win. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the game plan. This is something that I do for matchups that are coming up. Talk about players that we need to watch out for offensively and defensively, and even a little bit of coaching. But we definitely need to talk about this upcoming game against the Indianapolis Colts. That's right. We are playing the Colts, a game that is deemed as a must-win if we want to continue to keep these playoff hopes alive. 2 games left in the season before the postseason. So definitely we need to look at the game plan. Shout out to everybody. Hey, make sure that you guys are liking this video. Why? Because I like you. And also, quit playing with yourself, people. Go ahead and subscribe. Join the congregation. Join Raider Twuan. And definitely, whether you're a Raiders fan or not a Raiders fan, this is a place you can come and get some of that good football talk. So definitely subscribe. Let's talk about the Colts. Players to watch out for the Colts. One that I identify as a person we need to key out on offensively, and we'll talk about it later on in the game plan, is Jonathan Taylor. They'll be out Zach Moss. Zach Moss is their backup running back. They usually like to run them as a tandem, but it'll be just Jonathan Taylor this Sunday. And that is definitely a player to watch out for. Now, he is not, as of late, he has not been Jonathan Taylor of old, which, he was the rushing champ. But he still has that capabilities if we allow it to be so. So definitely Jonathan Taylor, running back for the Colts, is a name that we definitely need to keep an eye out on in regards to them. Also, they have a wide receiver that's just coming off of injury. And we definitely, as I'm cleaning my glasses, because we definitely need to keep a closer eye on him, and that's Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman is coming off of a injury, but he is one of their main targets for their quarterback. So Michael Pittman is another name to keep an eye out on. Now, they like to run their tight ends, and I can't say a specific name because they actually use all of their tight ends when in their offense. So to keep an eye out on, another person offensively to keep an eye out on is their tight ends, their tight end group and room. Now, defensively, they have DeForest Buckner. They're in the middle of their defense, their D tackle. And he's also one to keep tabs on, especially in regards to our offensive line and what we want to do offensively, right? We talked about the Colts. Now let's talk about the Raiders. Raiders. Offensively, Zamir White. Zamir White is going to get his touches in the run game. And let's see what he does. He's coming off of a great statistical game last week against the Chiefs. And let's see what he does against these Colts. Another person to keep an eye out on is Malcolm Kuntz. We know what Max Crosby is going to bring to the table because he always brings it to the table. But what's going to happen on the other side? Is Kuntz going to continue to be that help, continue to be that 1A, 1B type of player? Definitely, we want to see more of Malcolm Kuntz. I think this is also a Robert Spillane sighting, not necessarily in interception, but I see him more handling the run because, again, if we are intending to keep an eye out on Jonathan Taylor, that middle linebacker in our linebacking group is definitely going to have to play a role in that. So Robert Spillane is another guy that I'm going to be looking at how he manages taking care of the run, because I think that's going to be a priority into what we got to do. So Robert Spillane, I gave you Zeus, and I also gave you guys Malcolm Kuntz. Another person that I'll give you guys offensively is I want to see DeAndre Carter. I want to see what DeAndre Carter does in our kicking game. If they actually allow us to play a little bit in the return game. I think this season he's done a lot where he's shown us glimpses of what he could really what could really happen, and he's really close to breaking one out. So just another name to kind of keep an eye out on. I don't think much is going to be a factor of like we definitely really need him. But it'll be just interesting to see what DeAndre Carter does in this game. We talked about the players. Now let's talk a little about the Raiders defense. Be disruptive up front. This is definitely something that we're going to have to do and continue the trend that we have been on, is being disruptive up front. It's important that we do that because with the guys that they have in their team, in order to stop their offense, we're just going to have to be disruptive up front. And that's in regards to the run, but also in the pass. And last week we did something very specific and keen. Some certain things that we were doing pass rush wise last week against Mahomes. I say that we need to do the same things again this week against Minshew. Now, I'm not saying that Minshew is Mahomes, but Minshew will use his legs similar to the way that Mahomes used his legs. So we definitely need to be disruptive up front, but we have to be more disciplined in our rushing and in efforts to stop and limit their quarterback play and their quarterback's legs. So being disruptive up front, but being controlled in the pass rush, making sure that everybody's communicating, knowing what everybody's going to do. If someone rushes inside, make sure that there's somebody outside to contain, etc., etc. Make sure that all things are covered in regards to the pass rush, but be disruptive up front. Okay. You guys make sure you guys click the like button. Why? Because I like you. So go ahead and do that. Also, defensively, and I said it a little bit in being disruptive up front, stop the run. And I said that with Jonathan Taylor being the running back. If they could run the ball all day, they would want to run the ball all day. Okay, so we definitely got to stop that element of the game. Stop that element of the game, and if we do that, then we'll definitely be in the game. Okay, and if we stop the run, the run helps out the pass helps out the run, right? So if we stop the run, we got to do this. Communicate on the back end. And definitely communicate on the back end because Minshew, he likes to throw the ball deep. He does like to throw the ball too. And he does take risk. So communicate on the back end. Make sure there's no blown coverages. Make sure who we're supposed to double is who we're supposed to double. Make sure whoever we're supposed to lock down and man on, that we're manning on. Whatever you decide to do, make sure everybody else around you knows exactly what you're doing, etc., etc. Make sure you're communicating on the back end. And because you're doing all of that, it's all tying in. Okay. Capitalize on turnovers. Actually, of recent, we've been doing that. We've been actually doing very well at this, and we need to continue to do that. Every game, every time we line up, every time we match up, we got to communicate on the back end. It's one of those things, and capitalize on these turnovers. You guys know what I say all the time in regards to my channel and this channel. Get some of those take that points, which means that we need, when someone messes up, when they mess up, we need to be giving them 7 points. Scoring 7 points. To our tattle, our tally. So definitely you want to capitalize on the turnovers. And that's offensively and defensively. We got to capitalize on turnovers. Now, our offense, we got to talk about that. It's going to be important for us moving forward. And one of the key things that we're going to need in this game is run, homie, run. Now, I'll say this in regards to the middle word. It might be a new homie, but that's okay because the new homie is actually running pretty well, and that's Zamir White, also known as Zeus. So Zeus is going to be able to, if we can get Zeus going, that's going to work really well for what we have on our offense. And actually, right now, our running game is actually, I would say, our stronger point in our offense. Now, there's certain things running wise that we can that we need to exploit in regards to the Colts defense. There's a certain style that we need to run in order to stop, well, not stop, but continue to move the chains and get things going offensively. So those things, I'm going to leave that up to Bo. I'm not going to say exactly what those things are, but I do know what they are. But if we run in that way, I think it's definitely going to give us some success in the run game and just in our overall offense. That's going to also help our quarterback. It's going to keep the chains moving. It's going to keep us in third and shorts, third and manageables, etc., etc. And speaking of the rookie, it also is going to allow our rookie to be clean. And definitely we need to keep our rookie clean. That means our offensive line needs to protect the front. Whoever it is that's giving us problems on their D-line, we need to double. Their D coordinator is Gus Bradley. And we know with Gus Bradley, he does not blitz as much. So we don't have to worry too much about that. But definitely, whatever front four that he has up there, we need to make adjustments if that's the case to make sure that our rookie stays clean so that he's able to deliver the ball on time and on schedule. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you're clicking the like button. And if you have not, subscribe. We talked about the offense. We talked about the defense. And today, I only got one thing for our coaching staff. You guys may have seen it before, but it's a constant. Be aggressive. We know that Gus Bradley is a cover 3 coach, and there's certain things that you exploit, whether it's the flats or whether it's the seams. But we need to dial up our cover 3 beaters and put personnel in those certain places to exploit those certain things. Whether it's Tucker in the seam, whether it's Renfro in the flat, we need to use our weapons and put them in certain places to beat the cover 3. Knowing that Gus Bradley doesn't like the blitz, also use that to your advantage. But be aggressive. Be aggressive. Okay. Capitalizing on the turnovers, capitalizing on all the things that, again, Minshew their quarterback, will give opportunities to give up gifts, but it's up to us to be aggressive and receive those gifts. Okay. But coaching staff, in your game plan, in your preparation, be aggressive. Okay. Final thoughts. I think with the Indianapolis Colts, this is another opportunity for us to capitalize. This is another opportunity for us to win. But it's up to us to do what we need to do to handle what we need to handle in order to take care of what we need to take care of. Simple as that. Am I too worried about their players and their personnel? Not so much. But I'm more worried about what we do. And I think if we focus more on what we do and how we do, I think the result will fall in our favor. Stop the run. Keep an eye on Michael Pittman. Attack the cover 3, because we know that's what's going to happen. And run the ball in the certain forms that we need to run the ball. And I think that will help us forward to a victory. Yes, this is a must-win game. Yes, this is another AFC game that matches well to our hopes to getting into the playoffs. But we got to take care of what we take care of in front of us. Don't jump too far ahead. Indefinitely. Continue the trend of what we have been doing, and that's being a physical, punch you in the mouth, and being aggressive team with minimal penalties. And if we do that, I think we have reasons to celebrate. Those are my final thoughts and things that I have for the game plan. Please let me know down in the comment section your thoughts. Your thoughts on players that we need to watch out for, offensive and defensive. Let me know all of that in the comment section. Also, like this video. Why? Because I like you. Also, remember this, you guys, that you are a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. And let's go, Raiders.
What up, Lo?
sideline yelling at officials, that flame in their hair, those arms moving left and right, screaming at Raider flags, and most of all, winning football games. Today is a day when our heroes of the past become our legends of the future. Time never really stops for the great ones. We wrap them in a cloak of immortality and remember what great people they were. We recognize you, Virginia Madden, his sons Mike and Joey. They were a football family, so that John could pursue his dreams.
To Raider Twuan and a tribute to John Madden and Al Jacobs, who declared that the fire that burns the brightest in the Raiders organization is the will to win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madden family.